Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR Today. It's finally Monday morning. It's August 30th, 2021. The summer's almost over, Linda. It's the man they call Meathead and the lovely Linda K. Linda, how has your last week and a half of wrestling been for you?
Ooh, it's been a lot, but I'm loving every minute of it. Cue Loverboy. And yes, I just got back in town from Louisville. Huge weekend down at OVW as well. I mean, the night before, you and I were at AEW Dynamite in Milwaukee.
And technically, we were at Rampage on Friday, too, weren't we?
That too. Absolutely.
Lots of stuff going on. First off, let's talk about the sponsor who's been taking care of us, especially down on the Ville.
It is Collar and Elbow. Make sure everyone to go to collarandelbowbrand.com. We talk about how awesome the shirts, the jackets, the hats, everything on that website. Tremendous wrestling street fashions. Collarandelbowbrand.com. Use promo code LindaK. That's LINDAKAY to save yourself 10% off. Now, I would be remiss if I did not mention, Meathead, to the masses here that down in the Ville this past weekend for the pay-per-view Reckoning, we had the one, the only collar and elbow guy, quote unquote, Kerry.
Tell me a story about him.
Well, made sure to chat with him, let him know how much we appreciate him, and we're, sporting that collar and elbow. I mean, you would know everyone, Kerry, if you saw him. You see him sitting ringside pretty much at every major wrestling pay-per-view, and he was in the house in Louisville and made sure, we got to chat, got our picture together. I'll get that up soon, but he was sporting the recent tropical Hawaiian style collar and elbow t-shirt. But yes, I just had to mention that because collar and elbow is everywhere. And again, to save yourself 10% off, use promo code LindaK. Save a little bit of cash.
I'm gonna say whose ear do we gotta whisper in to get that White Castle collar and elbow gear?
I try to get the wheels turning, Meathead. I will keep you posted if anything else about a White Castle collar and elbow shirt.
Fantastic. All right. Really not a bunch of news over the weekend, but there is some news. And it relates to us, to you, to people that we know, and to people that we saw and events that we saw. Let me spell it out for everybody. On Wednesday night, we were down in Milwaukee, Algonquin for the good land, watching AEW's taping of Dark Evolution. We were watching the taping of all that other good stuff, Rampage, Dynamite. And we got to see the kid with the fanny pack, the Cal Herro, wrestling a member of the Hardy family office. Now, events have transpired over the weekend. We also got to see Matt Hardy wrestle Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy smacked him so hard that he was busted from the face. Matt Hardy has tweeted out that he wants his man, one of his new acquisitions in the Hardy family office, to prove himself against the Cal Herro. If you go over to Twitter and take a look at the tweet that he threw out there, Matt Hardy said that, look, this Cal Herro is the son of David Herro. David Herro, and in Matt Hardy's words, a carny piece of shit who took advantage of him when he was breaking into the business. Wow. Matt Hardy.
Wow.
Dude.
I thought he was a super friend.
I thought he was a super friend. That's exactly right.
Well, there's, the new Matt Hardy, if you will. So, okay.
Well, apparently the truth is the truth.
Yeah. Wow. How about that? I mean, we will have to see what happens when our former senior intern, Cal Herro, our pal with the fanny pack, and what happens when he faces a member of, Hardy's new
family office. Yeah.
And,
14 years ago. I was going to say 14 years ago today, Matt Hardy was a tag team champion along with the 305 MVP, Montel Vontavious Porter. They became tag team champions on SmackDown. So, it's not too long ago that Matt Hardy was out there just, busting heads and taking names and winning belts. But now he's trashing Dave Herro. I can't believe it.
Well, we'll see what the fanny pack kid will do in rebuttal to this on Dark Elevation tonight on AEW YouTubes.
Yeah. So let's transition to the fanny pack kid. But let's talk OVW. Linda, you were down there over the weekend.
Yes, so I went down, did some ring announcing during our live TV show every Thursday night, Fight TV, 6 p.m. Central Time. You can catch OVW TV. I felt great. It felt great being back in the Ville and back at the Davis Arena, fans there, and of course with the OVW family. We had Thursday night's go home show for the big Saturday night special Reckoning, which took place this past Saturday. Lots of huge matches, including a six tag team scramble match, ladder match.
Yeah.
I can't even say this correct. Sorry, I didn't announce that one. But it was with 6 tag teams scrambling ladder match to get the vacant OVW tag team titles, which were held above the ring. And it was tremendous. We also, huge pop here, Cal Herro, when it was his turn to come out to the ring, he had head to use
Wait.
in the match.
The head?
Yes, the head. Al Snow's head. Wait. Head.
Right, it wasn't Al
What
Snow's head.
everybody
He didn't carry Uncle Al's head into the ring.
No, but he brought what everybody wanted. That was head. He utilized head really well coming to the match. I mean, everybody was falling down after getting hit from head. That was tremendous. We saw the return of head, Meathead, and Cal Herro bringing that out in the match.
That's fantastic. Well, other than Cal, showing everybody, and I'm choosing my words carefully here because we know me and we know us, right? Other than Cal Herro coming out with head into the match and showing everybody, who did it better, Uncle Al or Cal Herro. How did everything go down at OVW this past weekend?
It went great. So I got to do a lot of ring announcing again at Reckoning. So I got to do 2 in-ring championship matches, including one where Milwaukee's own Sierra, she is the new OVW Women's Champion as well.
What?
Yes. So that was really cool to see as well. Got to say from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I love that.
Yes. So huge pop there for me internally as well. Even though she, me and Sarah, she was my opponent in my singles match debut this summer. But gotta show love, hometown girl as well. So congrats to Sierra. And although a fanny pack party did not win the titles in that tag team ladder match, very bright future for both Cal Herro and his tag partner Dustin Jackson. Overall, it was a wonderful time. Hot crowd. Huge pay-per-view. It went really well. And I'm saying everybody, definitely if you didn't see it live on Saturday, you can still see it at ovwrestling.com as well as OVW's YouTube. It's up there. I made sure to watch it back because, it's just another perspective when you're there at ringside versus catching it on TV. I love it so much. Watching it now. It's on pause. I had to talk to you, Meathead.
It's okay. You got to watch that. And again, if you're not really paying attention to OVW, there's a bunch of talents that go through there. Obviously, we all know the story of who's been to OVW. We know John Cena. We know Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Bautista. We know all those talents went through OVW. But, who's out there right now is Jesse Goddard is out there. And he used to be a team with Robbie E back in Impact. Jesse Goddard's looking amazing right now.
Oh, yeah. Jesse, he is our national heavyweight champion. He was in the main event. So Jesse Goddard, Mr. Spectacular, was a part of Reckoning as well. Yes, he is a tremendous champion. We also had our OVW heavyweight champion, Omar Mir, is a part of that main event as well with Ryan Howe. So telling everybody.
And Ryan Howe is the one from, if you guys don't remember, Ryan Howe was on Tough Enough. He's the dude that wanted to be the rock and roll star / wrestler. That's Ryan Howe.
Tremendous. Saying if you aren't able to make it to Louisville, if you're not in the Louisville area to see the live shows every Thursday night or any of our Saturday night specials, make sure this is worldwide. Every Fight TV, the free Fight TV app, OVW TV. We're on every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a 2-hour live show every Thursday night. And then we've got our, monthly Saturday night special, Rising Stars. Let me tell you, as OVW's slogan, the future is now Got a lot of momentum going, and I'm hugely grateful to be a part of it.
Well, let's talk right now about WWE and SmackDown. Big show at SummerSlam last week Sunday. Last week Saturday. Again, I was confused like MVP was. It was last week Saturday. SmackDown was this last Friday night. No Brock Lesnar, no John Cena. We probably assumed, I know you told me you assumed John Cena probably was going to be on for a while. SmackDown as a whole didn't move the needle for me, pun intended. However, business got done. We're just going to hit the highlights here. First off, the return of Becky Lynch, the man, showing up to SmackDown as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Looks like that her T-shirts will have the city that she's in on them. You know, the man has finally returned to Little Rock. The man has finally returned to Las Vegas. I wonder if it's going to say the man has finally returned to Saskatchewan if they head up there to Canada.
Oh, I'm sure. This is, writing me a lot.
I mean, how much smaller does the font have to be to get Saskatchewan on the shirt?
Or if we had a huge venue in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Prairie du Chien. Let me see you fit that on a T-shirt. But Becky Lynch, back. Your thoughts on the way it's set up? And really, I want to hear your opinion on Bianca Bel Aire. Now, I have not been on the Bianca Bel Aire wagon since she won the Rumble, WrestleMania, and the championships. However, now is the time, in my opinion, for Bianca Bel Aire to really prove herself. It's one thing to have this golden ride through with the belt and win the belt and keep the belt. Now that she's lost it, what does she do to maintain her spot and get back on top?
Yeah, I am a Bianca Belair fan, though. I really have enjoyed her rise this year. I mean, she was already getting that pedestal, getting more spotlight, getting more fans. And then she's had a tremendous year, as we know. And I know you and I spoke last week about how we didn't really like how Becky came in. It was pretty much a squash match where you could have had a stellar match. But what I found interesting, I thought that there would have been more cheers for Becky Lynch, maybe some boos for Bianca Belair, just because Becky Lynch, the star, is back and is the new champ. But I was surprised to hear it pretty split, but I'm happy about that. And
she was over in Little Rock, Bianca.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that part of this is that, the newer audience, the Fox audience may not have, anybody watching the newer WWE, this current product, may not have known so much of Becky's career and her rise, the whole man startup, and how that made her hugely more popular. And they've gotten to know and love Bianca Belair. So I was happy to hear that she had a good pop, or lots of cheers, for Bianca on SmackDown. So I was happy to see that Bianca did win that elimination match, that she will indeed get her rematch against Becky Lynch, because I think we as the audience deserve that great match. And I think, as you just said, this is her time to shine even more. She's really got to prove and show to us why she is the EST. And, we've got weeks leading up, if this does take place at Extreme Rules. I want to see a lot more, like a more edgier side of Bianca, because as of right now, I mean, there are rumors that
I want a little bit of a heel out of Bianca, to be honest with you.
Oh, I thought that's funny, because I literally was just saying there were rumors that Becky would be a heel on SmackDown, but you're saying it should be Bianca.
I would take Bianca, and I think Bianca could lead a little group. What if there were to be, and I'm stealing from Mark Henry, and I apologize on Busted Open, but what if there were to be a female Nation of Domination?
Oh, I would love that. But I don't know. I don't think it should happen this soon for her to turn heel. She's still a huge baby face, still a fan favorite, especially with the kids and the girls, looking up to her. And I don't think now is the time.
Doesn't have to be dastardly heels, just people that go out and get what they want.
Okay, I can see that, but I just want her to have this match that we did not get at SummerSlam against Becky Lynch, whether she'll win or lose. I mean, I think with Becky back and getting the title like that, I feel Becky Lynch will be the champion for quite a while, but we need something to really show how much or how strong Bianca is. I mean, we've seen it, don't get me wrong, but now with the return of the man, the woman that beat her in 26 seconds at SummerSlam, she needs to prove herself a lot harder. And I want to see an edgier side of Bianca. And again, if this happens in Extreme Rules, I'm sure we can get it. She's done Hell in a Cell. I don't know. Has Becky done Hell in a Cell? When I think about it.
Possibly, but I
Okay.
mean, it's been a while.
Okay. Or something. I mean, I'm just saying we know these girls can go extreme. So.
Yeah. Baron Corbin made some money in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's
knew he
cleaned
would
up
pop
and
at
he
this
looks
too.
good now.
Yeah, a little bit, reminding a little bit of Cameron Grimes, a little different. However, I loved it. And Vegas, baby, Vegas. I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, he's not Baron anymore. He's happy now. Happy
Corbin. Yes.
He looks like a baller from South Beach.
And having us seen the sad, depressed, dare I say, poor. I'm not sure if that's good use of wordage there, but
right.
The Baron Corbin that we've been seeing to now being clean shaven, dressing nice. He's got his Bentley. He looks.
He got a haircut. He shaved his head again. So I mean,
yeah,
he looks
you don't
good
see
again.
the gray. Yeah. He's got a different shirt on.
He looks clean. Pulled up in a $300,000 Bentley.
Yes, and I like how they recapped how he attained the riches. He had his $35. Since leaving SummerSlam, and hey, he was in Vegas, and boom, he's now rich superstar. And and I do like that him and Big E still have this feud going on because there's some unfinished business there. I love how he offered to pay Big E $100,000 for the briefcase,
right.
But no, Big E's staying firm with that. But I do like this new happy Corbin, and I'm excited to see the weeks coming up while he's making this huge debut with that. Will he always get the champagne in there, or like the nice in-ring setup? Is this gonna end with him and Big E at Extreme Rules? I want to see more of Happy.
It was the richest to rags to richest story.
Yes. There, well put.
All right. Final thing we want to touch on SmackDown is Finn Balor invades the Roman Reigns family celebration and says that he will be getting his title shot, but he was going to ask for it at Extreme Rules and says, nah, next week on SmackDown, which I believe, again, is the season premiere. Now, if it's the season premiere, why do I already smell that Brock Lesnar shows up, interrupts the match, and then goes after Roman for the pay-per-view?
That's pretty much what happened to Finn Balor with Cena. I don't want to see that again.
And, I mean, but you got to remember, this is Fox. And if it is the premiere, they're always asking for something big. So does that mean that, like when Brock Lesnar took the belt off of Kofi in how many seconds?
No, that can't happen to Roman Reigns like that. Not this lead up this
build. I don't think he's going to take the belt off him, but I think he's going to destroy Finn Balor's match again.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that seems like something that most like wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. I do see Brock Lesnar at the season debut, or
like I said, if it's the season premiere, which I believe it is, because it's the first Friday of September.
Yeah, especially since we didn't get Brock at SmackDown this past week, right after SummerSlam. I thought maybe he would have opened up SmackDown, but we didn't get him at all. There was just the mention from the Usos to Paul Heyman, but them questioning Paul Heyman whether he knew Brock would be there or not. But hey, there was a mention in there, so at least we can, that's still holding on to something. We're going to get something next week, hopefully this week. Excuse me.
And that is SmackDown for the week. Let's talk about Rampage again. Rampage, the first time ever taped. So it was taped after Dynamite. So you and I were there. We saw these matches. It was taped at the Panther Arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, the first match, wow, that crowd. And, I loved hearing the national reports on this. Just loving the Milwaukee crowd all over this match. And this match, the World Tag Team Title Eliminator Tournament Finals. Again, please get a shorter title. Jurassic Express, which was Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, taking on Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Rey Fenix. This was an amazing match. The Young Bucks at stage until the match was over. The winners of the match that take on the Young Bucks at the pay-per-view this Sunday is going to be Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Rey Fenix. And they were hugely over in Milwaukee.
Absolutely. It was a tremendous match. How excited I got there. I mean, we were sitting right there. That was so awesome to see live. And who else, as we know, was at ringside, and that was the real Young Buck, as that sign
That's right, the Greek
stated.
Freak.
Yes. Giannis Antetokounmpo and his
He
brother.
got a little bit too much love on TV, for me to be completely honest with
Well,
you.
he was
But
excited.
I understand. But what if you had bought the seats 3 rows behind? I'd be yelling down in front. That's just me. So.
Well, but what a way to kick off Rampage.
But
And
that
now
match, wow.
Yeah, the stage is set for their match at All Out against the Young Bucks, and yeah, I just AEW seeing them live for the first time was tremendous.
And not only is the stage set for that match and that pay-per-view, that sets the stage for the PWR Draft. Linda Kay, you and Matthew are now aware of this, but the masses are not yet. There is movement in the PWR Draft.
Yes.
The team they call Meatheads is dropping the Mysterios, Ray and Dominic, and picking up the #1 contenders, the Lucha Brothers, just in time for the pay-per-view specialty match.
And it's
tag team title match.
The Young Bucks
AEW
on team a long time, so we are going head to head in this one.
That's right. Double points.
Yes. Yeah, I'm extremely excited for this Sunday's pay-per-view. As you know, Team Longtime has a lot of AEW stars on there, and I'm going to make a huge jump in that PWR Fantasy Draft. Meathead, you shall see.
There is a chance that you will make some serious noise at this pay-per-view, but I'm hoping that this little move here, this tiny little move with Pente Zero Miedo and Ray Phoenix, real brothers, by the way, they're Lucha Brothers, maybe they win the titles. Maybe they take it off the Bucks. Can you imagine the points? Double points for AEW pay-per-view win, specialty match, appearance, all that good stuff.
Yes. And not too far from us, down in Hoffman Estates, that's Chicagoland.
Yeah, AEW in Chicago all week long. Chicago Dynamite, Chicago Rampage, Chicago meet and greets on Saturday, and then the pay-per-view on Sunday.
Yes. That's a lot of AEW in this area the past couple weeks, but
AEW's lived in the Midwest for the last couple weeks, and I'm perfectly fine with it.
Absolutely.
All right. The TNT champion, the Redeemer, Miro, God's favorite champion, gets interviewed in the ring by Tony Schiavone, but on his way out, he kicks Fuego del Sol from the backstage area, and he's kind of just rolling him down the thing. And in the interview, there was a mention of Eddie Kingston. Well, here comes Eddie Kingston. Does Eddie Kingston take on Miro at the pay-per-view?
I would love to see that.
I have both, by the way.
Well, okay. But as a fan, I would love to see that. I mean, Eddie Kingston right now, still huge fan favorite, taking on Miro, who is just this dastardly.
I don't think Miro loses, even if they do have the match. I think Miro
wins. But it would be a rough, I mean, in a good way, rough and tough, if you will, match between the two of them. If it does happen, and that would be one I'd be excited to see.
The Bunny with the Blade taking on Tay Conte. Did you see our good close dear personal friend Lance Allen, who was at the show with us, just up a row and a couple seats down? Lance Allen from WTMJ4 Sports. Did you see that he tweeted from Buffalo Airport coming back from the Packers game? Did you see the little thing that apparently there's a big poster of the Butcher and Bunny, Buffalo Proud?
Yeah. Yeah,
Amazing.
And the Blade. It was all of them. Yeah, that's awesome to see in the airport.
I was blown away by that. Why is that in the airport? But it's awesome that it's in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bunny and Blade with Tay Conte. Good match, but really the main event is what we were working towards. It was going to be the AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, and Brandon Cutler, the Stooge, who was wearing, what did Jericho call it? He called it something along the lines of like a 1985 Zubaz outfit or something like that. I mean, Jericho was just shooting all over Cutler, and he was scoring every time. And then Mark Henry, at the end of the day, called Don Callis a piece of chewed-up bubblegum. Taking on the #1 ranked Impact champion, Christian Cage, and the Elite Hunter, Frankie Kazarian. Very solid match. I love the way it went. Your thoughts on Rampage in a whole?
I mean, just being a part of the first ever Rampage that took place the same night as Dynamite, #1, awesome. #2, having Milwaukee Buck and NBA MVP and Finals MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo at ringside, just cheering on everybody like the rest of us. Also tremendous. And number 3, I mean, we are on the road to All Out. I know we have Chicago this week with the go home shows, but I mean, we're still right in the heels of the whole CM Punk return. I loved it. I'm glad to have been live, and hopefully I can make it out to some part of AEW this week as well.
I was going to say, I got one more bit of information, All Out news to go with that as well. For those of you that do not want to pay the whatever it is, $49.99, $50 in select theaters across the country, All Out will be shown in movie theaters across the country. Linda K, I don't know where you plan on watching All Out, but the Milwaukee area has 3 theaters that will be showing All Out for, I believe it's $20.
What?
Didn't know if you knew that or not, but
I
checked. It's not in the Appleton area, so I'll be getting it through my local cable provider. But
okay.
All Out will be available at Southridge. It'll be available at the Mayfair Mall, and there's a couple other spots.
That is news to me. Thank you, Meathead, for providing more breaking news.
Yeah, not at all. So if you have any questions, go to johanpromotions.com, AEW All Out Theaters. It's funny, Johan Promotions, a long story, very, very short. Johan Promotions is the promotions that have worked with commercial establishments for probably 30, 40 some years. Back in the days of us being a blast zone, where you and I, have gone to watch many pay-per-views. We worked hand in hand with everybody at Johan Promotions. They're the ones that give commercial establishments the pay-per-views, be it boxing, UFC, back when it was WWF, WCW, ECW, Johan Promotions, and they're now putting it out in theaters. So if you don't have, $50 to throw down for All Out, look and see if your neighborhood has got All Out available at your movie theaters.
There you go. Well, Meathead, I personally, I am still hopefully going to be at the Now Arena, Chicagoland, for it live. But if that does not happen, perhaps I'll meander to my local movie theater. Catch it on the big screen. Absolutely,
I might have to come down to Milwaukee and go watch it at a theater. Spend $50 in gas to go watch it. Joking, of course. But all right, so that is the news for today. That is PWR Today. We will talk again tomorrow with Linda K. I'm the man they call Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.